Let's see if we can help anyone on the phones now. We've got Jane on the line. Good morning to you, Jane.
Good morning.
So, Jane, you've got a 26-year-old son who has a phobia of eating and being sick, and he won't eat because of the fear of being sick. Oh, my gosh, the last time he ate anything was on the 8th of September.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, my gosh, so he's got vitamin drinks from the doctors, obviously, to help him with this.
Yeah.
He is in the house, but you're going to speak on his behalf, am I right?
Yeah.
So he's listening? OK, all right.
So Jen, the first question is, so it is definitely, it's a fear of being sick, is that correct?
It is, yeah.
OK, so what we need to establish is obviously nobody is born with a phobia, and the fear of being sick, it's called a emetophobia. It's debilitating. It is a really complex phobia. However, knowing that no one's born with a phobia, the question is, when did this start? So do you know when this started for him, this fear?
Yeah, when he was about 19.
And what happened?
He was ill one night. He kind of, as a teenager, ate a lot of chocolate, drank a lot of Dr. Pepper, and I think he overdid it, and he was quite violently sick all night.
OK, so what we can establish from that is that he's been in a heightened state of fear and emotion, and what he's done, he's apportioned blame to that bad feeling, to being sick. So what I would say to your son, and if he is listening now, the questions that we would ask for him to consider is, right now, he's blaming being sick for that bad feeling. But the question is, what should he have blamed? What actually made him sick in that moment? So that's the first question that he needs to consider. Now, obviously, the answer is, or that I'm sure that he's realising, that it was actually overdoing it with fizzy drinks and chocolate that made him sick. So the question is, what should he have blamed and what actually caused it? You see, at the moment, he's protecting himself against being sick, but what made him sick is the thing that he should protect himself from. So he needs to really consider that in that moment, it was the drinks and the chocolate and not the vomit, because vomit is our first line of defence, and what that actually did, and what I'd like him to consider, is that what that actually did, it was actually a form of release, and being sick is our first line of defence, so it's actually to help and not hinder. So I'd like him to consider all those things so as to alter his perspective, so that he doesn't need to protect himself from being sick. He needs to protect himself from overindulging, not eating, because he's had however many years of eating successfully with no issues.
That's right. He needs to consider for 19 years, he didn't have a problem, he ate food, he wasn't sick. And it was only because he had this combination with the chocolate and the fizzy drink that caused that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
I tell you what, because we obviously can't speak to him, have a chat with him now and try and just get him to consider a few of those things and let us know whether that changes anything. OK? All right.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for calling, Jane.